Do you think you would do this voluntarily, or is it like an amazing
I actually
thing?
would, yeah. I think it's really good fun, sort of meeting new people. Definitely working with kids, I think, is quite fun within sort of filmmaking. There's so many crazy ideas and so much that you can do, really, isn't there?
Most of the time the YPFC get involved in some way or another in the film as well. Most of the time they can't help it, but we do some crazy things. You know, kids just come out with crazy ideas and you run with it, and before you know it, all the adults want a part, and all the YPFC and the tutor can't help but get involved, and I can't help but get involved either. And the other thing we've done is provided references for people, like Josh needed a reference from me for a couple of things now, so it's really been nice to be able to provide him with like another string to his bow, really, because it's not many people that can say that they work with any age group, and they just throw themselves into an environment where they don't really know what's going on, but they're able to help and support people throughout the whole process. Yeah, Paige has worked with us a lot as well, the lady who directed the film before, and she's brilliant as well. Josh has worked with us loads, and also tutors. So Josh has gone from being like a YPFC member to doing enough workshops where he actually is the tutor on like a really good salary. So Josh has progressed really, really well, and Gemma hopefully will continue to work with us. And if anybody kind of knows anybody that's... do you have to be under a certain age for the YPFC?
I know you stop out around about 20. I don't know about how young you could be. I don't think that's ever been mentioned. And usually everyone we get is usually around about teens.
Yeah, it tends to be that sort of age group that sort of always sort of come forward. So if you know of anybody that's looking for paid employment to do with like filmmaking, then tell them to get in contact. Either the Somerset Film website will have links to Family Connections, or the Family Connections website in itself. Paid employment, surely that's a beautiful opportunity right now. So yeah, I think that's...
So Family Connections is something that YPFC members have been collaborating with and get involved with. And there's an insight. It's a social networking site where people who want to sign up to YPFC can go on here and they'd be part of our database, and all the latest films would be sent to them, all the latest going on. But we don't really have an official way of signing up. If you just want to be part of YPFC, just come along. But this has proven to be successful in keeping everyone informed, and in a way, everyone who's joining YPFC now sees this as an official way of getting involved. And all our films are shown on here. We also do podcasts, which we haven't done any this year, but the following year we did a film review show podcast. We would go out and watch the latest films from the cinema, review our own films, and review films by local filmmakers as well. So once again, we try to do all kinds of things involved with film, as well as just making them and so forth. And we've had loads of people joining now, new people joining the YPFC site. So the buzz is starting to pick up again, and we want to keep the YPFC going. And the people we had who were making all those films before have moved on now, and that's because of what they did here. So we need new people like yourselves to come along and join in, get involved, and any film ideas you have will be great, because we could go and get funding for it, and we'll make it and send it out to the festivals, and it'll be a really good experience. And also we want to hear new things, because we want to, what's kind of new fresh ideas to keep the YPFC going and make it a really good sort of product for young people. And so this is one of the many things that are about that young people can get involved with. And Tom, in Wales, you're trying to set up something kind of similar, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, first things I've got to say is that the YPFC has been amazing for me. It's been like, I call it the holy grail of media for me. It's been like, when I was growing up in college and all that, you had a bit of access to certain equipment, but it's all sort of mid-grade stuff, which was great, you know, serves the purpose. But then when I realised that the engine room existed and that they were offering access to high definition kit with all the trimmings, I mean, you got all the equipment's here, you've got all the software to come in and use it, and you've got these guys who know what they're talking about when it comes to it. Well, I'm looking at you specifically right there, yeah. But I mean, there's loads of them, and they're all under one roof. The only problem for me was I am in Wales, and for me, I've only been on the road a year, so when I joined the YPFC originally, which I guess was about 4 years ago now, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, I'm not really sure to be honest, but when I originally joined, I didn't have my own transport, I had to bus it out here, and that was a nightmare. It became really difficult, and it just became sort of that jealousy of like, why don't we have something like this around where I live? So I've decided to kind of take it upon myself to have a go at seeing what we can set up around where I live in the local area, which is step-by-step process at the moment. We'll see how it goes. But looking at how the YPFC does it is fantastic. I mean, just to be able to come along here and have film ideas, or say, hey, I need to borrow a camera, I'm just going to try and film some stuff, and then come in and be shown how to use it and edit and do all that sort of thing. And they've actually put me in touch with a good couple of things now. One thing being that in 2008 I managed to get through a pitching round to win funding to make a short film. It was a documentary about independence, so I did that, got through all the rounds. They helped me, put me in touch with Josh, who was at the time helping me produce the film, and he just showed up, knew what he was doing, had the kit ready to go, and all of a sudden we were making a movie. I felt like I was in the director's chair, and it was like, wow, how did this even happen? And that actually got shown at Bristol Encounters Short Film Festival in 2008. Which was horrible for me because I made the film about myself and diabetes, which I'm a diabetic type 1, so it was kind of nail-biting seeing yourself on a big screen, but at the same time overwhelmingly amazing. And then the other thing was I got put in touch with a European project that's called the European Media Trainer, which to me sounded out of this world. It was like they said, hey, do you want to go to Germany? And I was like, you know, I've never really travelled that much, except for maybe in the UK a little bit. And then I thought, all right, I'm just going to do it. Went on this trip to Turkey, and it was amazing. It was this group of people from all over Europe that have these media organisations, like similar to the YPFC. They've all set up sort of certain things around there. It's all based around community media, which is all about using media to benefit the community outside the mainstream. It means that, I mean, now that media is so readily accessible, you can use it to do anything. I mean, you can take a short film and have it on the internet in 2 seconds, basically. Well, upload times always vary. Could be 2 seconds, could be 3 weeks. But the point is, it's readily accessible, it can be up there like that, and the world can be looking at it. So the point of community media is to benefit the community, is to show you how you can use media to do things for yourself. Oh dear. Who set this up?
My fault.
Right, well,
you don't have to watch it.
Yeah, no, sure.
Do you want to watch it?
No, yeah, sure, I'll relive the experience all over again.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke, cue.
I need it. I need it at least twice a day. Without it, I couldn't carry on. You might sound dependable, but I'm still in control.
Tom, have you taken your insulin yet?
I'm Tom Kazevich, and I'm a type 1 diabetic.
Tom? Oh, sorry, I forgot.
But all of that was only possible because of the YPF's, Young People's Film Council, and the engine room, basically, and that gave me the opportunity to write and direct my own little film like that, which was interesting considering I only came up with that idea sort of 2 weeks before the final to do it and sort it out. But it was an amazing experience, and I'd love to be able to offer that kind of opportunity to more people. And now that Glastonbury has a little bit of equipment, we've got enough set up, I believe, over there, sort of one camera and tripod and all the means to offer that to other people. And now it's just a case of working out how I get everyone together and say, we're here, we want to do it, and sort everything out. But I mean, the fact that the YPFC is doing it over here in Bridgewater shows it can be done, and that it can be done well as well. And I mean, you offer so much, the tutoring to other people about what media is, how to make film, you know, how to use media yourself and everything. Sorry, yeah, sure.
I'm quite interested in this obviously as well. I live in Wales.
There you go.
I got my nan's on the council, and I could probably see if we can get her to get a little bit of
name and
publishing
number,
out.
yes.
See if we can get her to say something about it in the council, because obviously, obviously, if it's in Glastonbury, that's still fine.
My next step, yeah.
Yeah, because my nan's a member of the council, and I know quite a lot of people on the council team as it is, so we could probably sort something out.
That'd be excellent, because I mean, that is the next step, is just to put the word out and see how many people we can get who are interested.
Yeah.
And once we've got sort of just a list of people who say, sure, I want something like this, you know, where's our opportunity for it, then we can go all over the place with that and say, you know, here's how many people we can do this with. Well, that'd be great, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
And so what Tom's doing in Wales is kind of like a ripple effect of what everything that's been happening here, and hopefully stuff like this will start happening across places in the country, and it'd be really good making filmmaking more accessible to those where it might be more difficult to try and get involved, because it is difficult to try and get involved for filmmaking. And so stuff like this is making it much more easier to get involved, which would be really, really great. And so all we need now is for more people to come along and keep it going, and keep it alive.